put them down. Oh, look at my nose.
Could you wait till I get my sunglasses? I told you you should have worn sunblock.
I look stupid in sunblock.
Whatever you say, Rudolph. Oh, God, what a horrible journey.
The flight wasn't that bad.
No, I'm talking about Ron's driving. I've never hit clear air turbulence on the A40 before.
Yeah, he's just depressed. He and Stella aren't getting on. He hasn't got a New Year's Eve party to go to.
Oh, isn't it pathetic how some people think their life meaningless if they haven't been invited to a New Year's rave?
I'm not exactly looking forward to staying in on New Year's Eve myself. Watching Clive James getting paid to have a good time.
Oh, cut the self-pity, Gary. We have got a party to go to.
Yeah? Great. Where?
Stella's.
Stella's? Well, why doesn't Ron know about it?
Because Ron's not invited.
Are you kidding? How long have you known?
Ages. Now, promise you won't tell him.
He's my best friend.
Gary, a man's best friend should be his wife.
I think you'll find that pride of place belongs to his dog.
Very much.
So what am I supposed to say to Ron when he accuses me of treachery?
Oh, I don't know. Tell him you didn't know about the party either. Oh, no.
What?
Oh, it's a card from Mike and Audrey.
Well, that's bad, is it?
Yeah, well, we didn't send them one.
Oh, woe is me. Where's Mike and Audrey, anyway?
Well, they're your cousins from Newmarket.
No, that's Mel and Deirdre. Audrey. Hold on, wasn't Audrey that loud northern tart with the bleached hair who was sick at our wedding? Oh, no, I'm thinking of you.
Hey! Don't you start on me just because Stella's giving Ron a hard time.
Well, we're not exactly having a great time, are we? I mean, that wasn't the most romantic holiday we've ever been on.
I take it you're complaining about the sex department.
No, was there a sex department? I never found it. Where was it? In the basement, next to the health club?
I've got more important things on my mind than your brief sexual requirements.
What do you mean, brief?
Oh, I'm sorry, Gary. I'm really fed up. Look, I've wasted my entire redundancy payout on that stupid skiing trip. And now I'm back here in dreary old England, where my life yawns before me, and I'm jobless and joyless and penniless.
Well, as long as you got your health.
Oh, I'm going to bed. Will you lock up?
Well, actually, I'm not that tired. I think I might just cycle down to the all-night chemist's.
Don't bother. I'm not in the mood.
To get something for my nose.
Gary. Oh, I'm so worried.
Oh, I'm back and I'm fine. Oh, you like the necklace then?
Worn it every day since Christmas. Thank you.
Oh, give the drop of winter warmer.
I bet the weather's a bit of a change from Singapore.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100 in the shade. Managed to stay out of the sun as much as possible.
Except for your poor nose, eh? Now, you better not show that on the street in the black hat. So, how are things out east?
Well, let's just say they'll probably get worse before they get better.
Still, Singapore will be all right, won't it? And what do they call it on the Pathé News? Pregnable.
I think they probably said impregnable, actually.
Oh, yeah. What does that mean, actually?
Well, literally it means can't get pregnant. It's hard to imagine the size of French letter you'll need to protect a fortified garrison.
Gary?
Which leads me to one of the purposes of my visit.
Gary, I'm sorry, we can't. I've got someone staying.
Who?
Betty Harding. We were at school together. She's on leave from the WAFs.
Well, where is she now?
In the bath.
Oh. Oh, well, she's enjoying her regulation 5 inches. I missed you.
Oh, no, I missed you too. No, Gary, honestly, we can't. She's Donald's cousin.
Oh,
Well, there's always Mrs. Bloss.
I'm not that desperate. Anyway, you know how she feels about me entertaining ladies in my room. Still, I suppose if we don't make too much noise.
I'm not making any promises I can't keep, Gary Sparrow.
I can't stand it anymore. It's like the Russian front in here.
You little squanderbug. You don't think I'm wrong? Not doing my bit.
You're doing more than a bit for my morale. Come and drink the cocoa while it's still warm.
They're calling up single women, you know. While you were away, they announced all single women were to be called up for military service or to work in the war industries.
Well, so what? You're not single?
I act like I'm single, though, don't I? Oh, poor old Donald's a prisoner of war.
Phoebe, we've been through all this. You've got nothing to feel guilty about. What we're doing isn't hurting anyone, is it?
Married women can volunteer, though. Loads have. Maybe I ought to.
Well, not if you don't want to.
Only the thing is, Gary, I couldn't bear it if they sent me away somewhere and I couldn't see you whenever you're free.
Come on, Phoebe, you're talking like I'm the only thing in your life.
And that's because you are. Doing as quietly as I can.
Mr. Sparrow?
Oh, my God.
I've got a bone to pick with you.
Ah, Mrs. Bloss, I'm glad you're up. When are you going to get somebody to put a new washer in my tap? It's like a Chinese water torture.
Don't try it on with me. You know my rule about women in your room.
Only one at a time, you mean?
I'm in no mood for your lip. This is a flagrant act of immorality. And as for you, Mrs. Bamford, I heard everything, you know. Those bed springs were twanging away like George Formby's ukulele.
God's sake, leave George Formby out of this.
And you were burning both bars of your electric fire. Don't you want to win this war?
Phoebe, you go on outside, I'll catch you up. I've told you before about going into my room.
It's my room, in my house, let to you under my terms, which do not include corrupting young married women when you should be at the front fighting. You're just taking advantage of me because I'm a woman on my own.
Well, maybe we should ask why Mr. Bloss can't stand to live with you.
Dare you? My Cyril copped a packet in Flanders.
We should have taken precautions then, shouldn't we?
He was killed at the Somme when the Middlesex Regiment went over the top.
But I've met Mr. Bloss. He's in the ARP.
That's my brother-in-law. Not that it's any of yours.
Look, I'm really sorry.
Sorry? You don't know the meaning of the word. I want you out of my house by the end of the week, or I'll have the police to you. And I don't mean Reg Deadman. I mean a proper policeman.
This is a very common problem among us.
Oh, it's up, is it? Well, you said you were going to an all-night chemist. I didn't expect you to stay there all night.
Yeah, well, I just ran into somebody I knew. We went for a drink.
Oh, yeah? Who?
Mike.
Micah?
And indeed privacy.
Well, Audrey's Mike. You remember? Ah. Ah. As soon as I saw him, I thought, oh, yeah, I remember him. He used to play centre-half for the old Cricklewoodians. Anyway, he's having a lot of trouble with his Achilles tendon, so we were just discussing this ointment.
That's enough, Gary. I can't take all this excitement on top of Anne and Nick.
I see you're still in that happy holiday mood. Come on, I better get going. I want to get all the stock on the shelves this morning.
Oh, why don't I come with you?
Hey?
Well, I'm at a loose end and I could help you today. And I've still got a driving licence.
Yeah, but the East End's dangerous. No, I'd be worried about leaving you alone in the shop if I had to pop out for a sandwich or something.
Oh, don't be silly, Gary. I mean, I'm not made of porcelain. At least the East End's got a bit of life to it. I mean, the highlight of the day around here is 5 o'clock when Cost Cutters reduces the price of its perishables for a quick sale. Is there any reason for the Humphrey Bogart impression?
I just thought it might attract passing trade, that's all.
Oh, well, I better go for a quick wee before the rush starts.
I expected it to be fairly quiet between Christmas and New Year.
Oh, what? The Blitz memorabilia business is seasonal, is it? Does it tend to pick up during the January sales?
Look, there's no point in you hanging around here getting bored. Shouldn't you be out looking for a job? You can get on my bike if you like.
Find a job. Why didn't I think of that? Hey, this is just the ticket. Educated lady with well-modulated voice, required to do a little light filing and make endless cups of tea for upper-class company director. £3.15 a week plus hat allowance.
We'll give him a ring.
Is that all you think I'm worth?
I'm sorry. Sorry? What am I supposed to say? Oh, George, not now.
If you want me to go, just say so.
Well, of course I don't. Why should I want you to go?
I don't know.
Well, maybe you think I've got a woman stashed away somewhere. Is that what you think?
No, I think I'm pretty safe from another woman as long as you dress like that. Right, I'm off. I know when I'm not wanted.
Yvonne?
Was it something I said?
No, it was something the midwife said. I believe her exact words were, "It's a boy, Mrs. Wheatcroft." Gary, remember, mum's the word.
Mum's the word for what?
Oh, Yvonne was just reminding me of her favourite champagne.
For New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
Going to a party, are you?
No, just having a quiet evening in.
Yvonne hasn't told you then.
Told me what?
Stella's planning a surprise New Year's Eve party.
Can you have a surprise New Year's Eve party?
Well, it was a surprise to me. I'm not invited. Only found out because the postman said he'd see me Sunday night. She invites the postman and she doesn't invite her own husband.
Yeah, that is a bit rough.
It's as rough as a bear's arse. Gary, I don't suppose you could get Yvonne to interpose with Stella and plead my case.
Well, I'll try.
I'll be forever in your debt if you can fix it, Jim.
You could keep an eye on the shop for me, if you like.
I'd love to. Can't think of anything I'd rather do in my lunchtime than spend it in the retail version of the Marie Celeste with a rumbling stomach.
Now forever in my debt, eh? Suppose I bribed you with an extra Christmas present.
Ah, but you've already got Stella and me an electric toaster, oh magnificent one.
And has it given you much pleasure?
Let's just say nothing else has popped up in our house lately.
Got this on my last trip back before Christmas.
For me?
Yeah.
Gary! Gaza! Old pal! It's brilliant! Do you know what these things fetch nowadays?
Oh, no. Price is irrelevant where friendship is concerned. Anyway, it only cost me 10 and sixpence.
Swiss craftsmanship. A tick you can hear. 17 jewels meticulously assembled by a highly skilled horologist. Who needs disposable Japanese chronometers that tell the precise time in 7 different zones? The only thing is, it's running an hour fast.
Yeah. No, it's not fast. It's just set for 1941. You see, they had British summertime all year round there. They were always an hour ahead.
Oh, yeah? Why was that, then?
Well, 2 reasons. A, the lighter evenings help reduce the number of road accidents in the blackout. And B, it will enable me to see the New Year in with both Phoebe and Yvonne. TTFN.
Gary, thank God you're here.
What's up? Where's Phoebe?
I don't know. She just asked me to hold the fort for an hour. Look, I'm on duty in 5 minutes. You'll have to take over.
What?
Now, beer's just gone up again. I've written the new prices on the back of my hand.
And you'll leave your hand behind, will you, when you go to work? Phoebe. Oh. What's wrong?
You got me into trouble, you have.
Well, have you been to the doctor's?
Eh? Oh, the Labour Exchange.
Why?
Mrs. Bloss's brother-in-law's the deputy manager. He shouldn't have been so cheeky to her. She told him all about us. She told him we were... You know.
What?
Aren't you supposed to be on duty in 5 minutes?
It's all right. I'm on traffic this week, and there ain't any.
So, this morning I got this telegram from the Ministry of Labour and National Service. And when I went in, Mr. Bloss took me into this big office and warned me that if we, you and me, you know.
Well, I don't know.
It's embarrassing.
Oh, look, this is about you two carrying on. Everyone knows about that.
And what did he say?
He said single women have to join up. And if I'm going to behave like a single woman, and a loose one to boot, he'll see to it I get conscripted. He said the Royal Artillery are looking for young women to man the Ack batteries in Grimsby.
Don't cry, Phoebe. The Royal Artillery are a fine body of men.
Phoebe, he can't do that.
He says he can. He says he's got discretion under the regulations. He says if we stop seeing each other, he'll lose my file in the pending, but if we carry on...
Carrying on?
Then my feet won't touch the ground.
I thought it was your feet not touching the ground got you into this trouble.
Reg, please.
I don't know what to do. If we can't see each other...
No, don't worry. I'll go and talk to Mrs. Bloss.
Well, that won't get you very far. You mocked her, Cyril. She'll never forgive you for that.
Thank you for that constructive comment, Reg.
She's a very proud woman. Do you know she's never claimed a halfpenny of her war widow's pension, even though she's entitled? It's funny when you come to think about it, because she hates taking in lodgers.
Leaning on a lamppost at the corner of the street in case a certain little lady passes by.
Oh, just shut it, George. I don't suppose we've had any customers.
Customers? I've been rushed off my feet. 5 seconds after you left, that Steven Spielberg came in with his whole design team. He's making a new war film and he wants your entire stock. I charged him $500,000. I hope that's enough.
If your late husband had been killed fighting for king and empire, why wouldn't you claim your war widow's pension?
I give him. What's the answer?
I don't know either. I've only just worked out the question.
No. No Cecil Block in our records.
No, not Block. Bloss. B-L-O-S-S. First name Cyril.
Oh, Bloss. You should have said.
Deaf old sod.
I'm a bit hard of hearing, you see. It was the artillery barrage at El Alamein did it.
I'm really sorry.
What?
Nothing.
Oh. I suppose you don't know the day he fell.
Sorry.
Oh, I hate this thing. Do that quick. Do me out of a job, it will.
Makes you think, doesn't it?
What?
How lucky we are. In years gone by, every generation of British male has known that sooner or later their mettle would be tested in the heat of battle. But not us.
Well, you speak for yourself. I've lived through the Blitz. And I've got doodlebugs to look forward to.
Unless you get called up in time for D-Day.
Oh, here we are. Two Blosses. Henry and Cyril. Both joined on the same day, giving the same address. Probably brothers.
Very astute.
It says here, though, they both survived the Great War.
Oh, that's good news, isn't it, Ron?
Wonderful news, Gary. So what became of the Bloss brothers?
John Belushi died of an overdose. Oh, wow. Oh, I've just wiped the entire 3rd Battalion off the computer. Hold on. Here we are. Henry went back to Whitechapel. Cyril went to live in Luton. Then in 1963, Henry passed away. Cyril's record lapsed in 1967.
When he died?
No, when he became a hippie and moved to San Francisco.
Do you know, I think I remember Cyril at one of our reunions. A game little fella he was, yeah. Demon at the Okey Cokey. Brought his wife with him, too. Oh, very chic little French lady she was. Probably met her over there.
More than likely. Thanks very much. What are you doing?
And I thought you said he was brighter than Ron.
Hi, Stella.
Hi, Gary. I like the nose. Comic relief time again, is it?
So what do you think?
Well, yes. It's good. Wish you consulted me first, though.
Oh, I consulted you over the sitting room, and what was your suggestion?
Brown and cream is very tasteful.
For a pub in wartime.
Bless him.
Did you talk to Stella?
No, we worked in complete silence.
I mean about Ron.
Yes, I know. Gary, would you make us a cup of tea, please?
Yes, of course.
Oh, you married an angel, Yvonne. Ron would rather dehydrate than put the kettle on.
Look, Stella, Ron is really depressed.
Right. And depression is anger, channeled inwards. Well, you've only got to look at Ron to see he's got a lot to hate himself about. Do you know, Gary, when I met him, he weighed 10.5 stone. He used to run 6 miles a night.
Ron?
Mm-hmm.
Why did he stop?
We moved nearer the pub.
Surely there's more to a marriage than a mere outward physical appearance.
Would you sleep with him?
Milk and sugar? Well, cheerio then, Mrs. Bloss. I'm off to join the ranks of the homeless. You can forward my post to underneath the arches, Charing Cross.
Don't expect pity from me. Why don't you go and live with your fancy piece?
What, in Grimsby?
Grimsby'd do her good. She's no better than she ought to be.
Couldn't really commute to London from Grimsby, but Luton, now, Luton isn't a bad journey.
Luton?
And I hear there's a very nice French lady who rents rooms out in Luton. And you know, by an extraordinary coincidence, she goes by the name of Mrs. Bloss as well. Don't go messing with the Secret Service, toots. Oh, my contacts go way beyond Stepney Labour Exchange, Mrs. Bloss. Now, you tell your brother-in-law to leave Phoebe Bamford alone, or otherwise...
Or what? You'll tell everyone my husband ran off to live bigamously in Luton with a French tart? Do you think that'll hurt me more than the life I've had to live the last 20 years? I was a young woman. I had my looks. I'm still not old. I've still got my, you know, my yearnings.
Your earnings? What have your earnings got to do with it?
No, my yearnings, my wants and desires.
Oh.
How do you think it feels when I have to listen to you two young people up here canoodling, when I've got nothing to keep me warm at night but memories and a hot water bottle?
There's still no reason to be so vindictive. You know, your brother-in-law was jeopardising his employment and his pension abusing his position like that. I should have him fired.
Oh, no, you mustn't do that. He was just trying to help. Promise you won't tell anyone about Cyril. I couldn't bear it if everyone started to feel sorry for me.
All right, I won't tell anyone.
Not even Mrs. Bamford?
Maybe not.
You don't have to go, Mr. Sparrow. It's rather nice having a young man about the house.
Phoebe! It's okay. Everything's cool.
Cool? What do you mean?
Look. Sorry, I mean tickety-boo.
Oh, carry on.
Well, I'm not at liberty to say, but the next time we're at Mrs. Bloss's and you feel the spirit move you, don't feel you have to keep everything buttoned up.
Oh, no, I'm not going there again. But, Betty's gone back to her unit, so when everyone's gone, how about you and me go upstairs and stoke up the fire? And,
Well, I'd love to, Phoebe, but I've got to get back to HQ by 1 Akema.
But it's New Year's Eve.
Well, the Japanese don't work the same calendar as us. As far as they're concerned, it's the 15th of Ying Pong Ting and business as usual.
You'll have a drink, though, won't you? See the new year in.
Well, of course I will.
Come here. Oh, I can't help myself, anyhow. People make allowances on New Year's Eve. You made any New Year's resolutions yet?
I haven't had time to think about it.
Well, I have. Come here.
Oh, you saucy article.
Large one for me.
Reg, you must be a mind reader. Send all my loving to you. All my loving I will give to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. Blimey, big night! Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, darling. Oh.
Happy New Year. Look, I really ought to be getting a move on.
Well, all right, Simmers. Yeah, are you going to get back to the office?
Well, they're sending a staff car for me.
Oh, very la-di-da.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never go to mind?
Minicab for Sparrow?
Yes.
What time did you make it?
11:10.
Great. Can you get me to Harrow before midnight?
No sweat. Here. Sparrow for arrow, eh?
Sorry, can I just...
Gary, where on earth have you been?
Wincanton. Well, on business, of course. Look.
Keep that away. You know what Ron's friends are like.
And where is Ron?
I don't know.
You don't mean Stella went through with this band?
No, of course not. She told him he could come on. He hasn't shown up, so she went out to find him. Stella! Inside? No, I tried all his usual haunts, but nothing. Oh, Scouse Pillock! You know, he begged me to invite him. Now he's probably lying plastered in some edge. Hello, Gary.
Hi.
I knew you'd turn up. He's so dependable, your Gary. You could set your watch by him.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Well, sod Ron. I'm gonna get the bubbly out the fridge. I'm sorry.
What for?
For being a bit hard on you sometimes. I'm gonna try and appreciate you more next year. I mean, you managed to get all the way back from Wincanton and Ron can't even make it from the boozer. Happy New Year, Dad! I do love you! Can I borrow your husband for a second? Thanks, Yvonne. I need a cat.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a sex object. Stella, I am so very sorry.
What the hell happened to you? And it better be good.
My watch stopped.